Of meeting. And thank you to everyone, for participating. We hope that you had a lot of fun at the beginning of the meeting. Okay, so I think everyone is ready, to kickstart our meeting today. So first off, I would like to say just a few words about Toastmasters and our club, 100 Speakers Toastmaster. And then I will move on to my role, which is the Toastmaster of the day. So for the meeting today, I'm actually holding two different roles. So as some of you already knew at the beginning of the meeting, Sofian was introducing me as the president of 100 Speakers. Yes, so it's now my president's speech. So for those of you who haven't known much about Toastmasters and 100 Speakers, I just want to give a very brief introduction about who we are, what we do, and like why our presence, is meaningful and significant. So as some of you already knew, like actually most of you, Toastmaster was founded over 100 years ago. And since then, we have been, operating in more than 100 countries, actually almost 150 countries around the world. And our only one mission, like the one mission that all of the clubs, in those 150 countries share together, is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which our members are given the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in result will help them become more confident and develop themselves better. And about 100 Speakers Toastmaster, we were founded in 2011, and we are very proud, of being the very first community Toastmaster club in the Hanoi area, and also the most long-standing club in Hanoi as well, and also the very first, English-speaking club in the city. And so far, for the past 10 years, we have had around more than 100 alumni, and currently we are having almost 30 members, and we have welcomed hundreds of guests to our meeting. They come to us to improve their public speaking, their communication, and their leadership skills. And so how do we do all of those things? So we have as you know, the topic of our meeting today is online learning. So as Toastmasters members, we are also given access, to an online, a very, excellent online learning program, which we call the Pathway program, which is divided in 5 different levels. And our members, just practice very hard, to achieve, to get to the highest level, which is level 5, from day 1 of their Toastmaster journey. So to those of you who are interested in becoming a Toastmaster member, I would strongly recommend you, to follow the curriculum of Pathway program if you really want to become a better, a professional public speaker. And apart from, the Pathway program, what really connects, our members together as in Toastmasters, is the many other activities that we do together. For example, we also have training activities. We don't just learn about public speaking together, but we'll also learn about other topics that everyone is interested in. For example, next Wednesday, we are going to have a training provided by one of our senior, most experienced members of 100 Speakers, also one of the past presidents, and our current treasurer on financial management, personal financial management. Just want to give you one example of we are very interested in learning and developing together, and very keen on exploring different topics as well. So, and the last thing that we also love to do together when we have free time is to have as many bonding activities as possible. So if hadn't COVID, not come back to Hanoi, we were supposed to actually have a very big bonding, to bid a goodbye to our past EXCO team, but because of COVID, so we have to postpone that to a later date. And instead, we are going to have a bonding activity this weekend. So if you are free, you are welcome to join us as well. Again, that's all about Toastmaster and 100 Speakers, our club. And we are very pleased, to have you join us in our meeting, and we look forward, to welcoming you, in our next meetings, as well as have an opportunity, to welcome you to our club as a family member. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. So now I would love to switch to my second role, which is also my main role for today's meeting, which is the Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmaster and guest, welcome to 100 Speakers again. This is our 249th meeting. And this year actually marks our 10th year anniversary. As I said earlier, we were founded in 2011, right? So next week, in 2 weeks' time, we will be having our 215th meeting. And for us, it's a very big, achievement. Which says a lot about our hard work in the past 10 years and the fact that we are able to engage with our community in Hanoi, so that the people keep coming back to us, so that we can keep organizing meetings like this. So thanks to you, our community members and our friends from many other parts of the world, for joining us. And as you know, the theme of our meeting today is online meeting. I already mentioned about our Pathway program, which is the online program by Toastmaster International. And I hope that in the second part of our meeting today, which is the table topics session, when our table topics master will be giving you a lot of questions regarding the topic of online learning, you will have more opportunity to learn about Pathway. And I'm very excited, to learn more about that topic with all of you. And as you may or may not know, there are 3 main parts in a Toastmaster meeting. In the first part, we will be having the prepared speeches from our Toastmaster members who can be a member of 100 Speakers or from another club. And those Toastmaster members will deliver their prepared speeches on the topic of our meeting or on the topic of their Pathway project, based on the instructions that they got from Pathway. And in the second part of the meeting, we'll be having both our Toastmasters members and our guests practice their thinking and speaking on their fit skill. So this section is known as the table topics or the impromptu speech section. And finally, after those 2 sections, we'll be having the evaluation from our Toastmaster members. They will be giving detailed feedback to both our prepared and impromptu speakers on what they have done well and what they can do better to improve their speeches. As Toastmaster of the day, it's my responsibility to introduce to all of you all the role holders who will assist us in the running of the meeting today, to make sure that we'll be having an effective meeting. So firstly, I would like to introduce to all of you our timekeeper, who will make sure that we'll run the meeting, start and finish on time. And I would like to welcome Toastmaster Huế Nguyen, who is our timekeeper, to introduce about her role and the timing rules. So Toastmaster Huế Nguyen, timekeeper of the day.
Yes, can you hear me clearly? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, hello Toastmaster and guests. I'm Huế and I will be the timekeeper of the meeting today. As a timekeeper, I will time your speech at the 2 parts of our meeting, and you either the in the part that we have the prepared speech and you will have the table topic speech. And at the prepared speech, you will have from 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will train the virtual background to this one, the green. And when you reach 6 minutes, I will train the virtual background of to this color. That means that you have only 1 minute left. And when my screen change to red, that means that you have to stop right away. And if you continue your speed about 30 seconds, I have to do something to make you stop to spend time for others. Similarly, at the table topic speech, you will have totally 2 minutes for your speech. When you reach 1 minute, I will change the screen to green, and this color means that you only have 30 seconds, and the red color means that you have to stop right away. Are you clear about the rule of time? Yeah. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hui, for a very detailed introduction of the timekeeper role, as well as the timing rules. And now I would like to introduce to everyone the next important person of our meeting today, which is our grammarian. So please welcome Toastmaster Huyền Nguyen.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Huyền, and I will be a grammar of our meeting today. As a grammar, I will pay attention to the good use of English. During the meeting, I will listen carefully to every speaker to highlight the beautiful and creative language use. We are not perfect, so I'm here also to note down some incorrect use of language. So I will report it at the end of the day with the feedback for an improvement as well. Before that, I would like to introduce the word of the day to everyone. Can you see the chat box? I already sent the word of the day to the chat box. The word of the day today is consecutive. Consecutive is used to describe event or number that follow one after another without any interruption. For example, I have been working from home for 10 consecutive days since Hanoi Pupils Committee issued Directive 16. So during this meeting today, I encourage every speaker use the word of the day, consecutive as much as possible. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. I go back to the end of the meeting to deliver my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Huyền, for introducing us about the word of the day. So before I move on to introduce the next row of the meeting, I would love to invite everyone to turn on your, to unmute yourself, and together we'll say the word of the day out loud together. Would that be okay? So that, you know, we will remember the word better and make sure that later on we'll use the word more, like, as often as possible. So Toastmaster Huyền, would you like to take the lead and say the word first, and then everyone just repeat after you?
Yes, so everyone, can you speak loudly after me? Consecutive.
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 Yes.
All right. Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone, and I hope to hear, you know, as many of you use the word of the day as possible. So now it's the time for me to introduce, you know, the next row, which is another important row of our meeting, who will be paying attention, you know, to, like, I'm actually a bit worried right now because I know I've used a lot since the beginning. So that person will be paying a lot of attention to the filler words, like that each one of us is gonna use during the meeting. So now I would like to invite the counter of the day to unmute herself and introduce about her role. So please welcome. Oh, actually, I would like to invite the counter to unmute himself and introduce about his role as well as the rules of you know, the culture. So please welcome Toastmaster Purya.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ha. My role is going to be to check on how many times we use filling words, which are distracting. At the end of the evening, I'm going to give a report on how many times you use filling words, and I'm going to add to that a ha-ha report. That means every time I think something you said was funny, I'm going to write it down and report it at the end of the evening. Back to you. Thanks.
Very brief and very straight, to the point. Thank you, Pooya. Yes. Okay, so I won't let you wait any longer. We are now moving to the first main section of our meeting today, which is the prepared speech section. And before that, I would love to remind everyone to switch your mobile phone to silent mode and to mute yourself when you are not speaking, so that we can hear, like just one speaker speaking at a time with the best quality possible. Okay, all very clear. So for today's meeting, we are having 2 speeches, and after each speech, we'll all take a minute, some notes for the speaker to use as an evaluation of their speech. And this will let the speaker know that what they did well and what they need to improve to do better next time. And our first speaker today is Toastmaster. Are you excited to know who is our first prepared speech speaker? If yes, please just drop a heart or give me a thumb up. Okay, a lot of hearts. Great. So please welcome Toastmaster Jen, who is going to be our first prepared speech speaker today with a speech title, Down Sister and Up Sister. So again, Toastmaster Jen with a speech title, Down Sister and Up Sister. The stage is yours, Toastmaster Jen. Toastmaster Jen, if you're ready, please just unmute yourself. And if you're encountering any technical issue, please try to let us know in the chat.
1 second, I am turn on the camera. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. So maybe can I be evaluator to say one thing first, my evaluator, about the objective?
Sure, that's a good idea. So she knows, how to make everyone excited for her speech. So before Toastmaster Jen gives us her speech, I would like to introduce the evaluator for her speech. Please welcome Toastmaster Hoa Thieu, who will be Toastmaster Jen's evaluator.
Yes. So actually, I was also still waiting for her. I'm still waiting for her speak purpose, because actually I messaged and I haven't responded back from her. So I could like to evaluate the speed as a speed contest. So I will evaluate in any point, just as a speed contest.
Thank you. All right. Imagine you are going to make a decision. Which sister of mine you are going to talk to today? So you can take 3 seconds to take a look at both of them. And then could you give me a thumbs down if you choose my down sister? I would like to hear your voice even. And you can give me a thumbs up if you choose my up sister. I count 3, 2, 1 to see your thumbs down and up. Now I will make you see me and come back to my 2 sisters later on. And keep your thumbs down and thumbs up. Can you keep it so I can see all of your choices? And take 3 seconds to check in your feeling when you do the thumbs down and the thumbs up. Which one make you feel a little bit like up, or both of them? And you can type on the chat. And I now like to get you to the journey of going back to your daily life. When you give the thumbs down and the thumbs up, does it reflect any kind of feeling that you had? And think a little bit back. What makes you to have that up and down? And today I like to share with you my down and up sister and give you more perspective so you can choose who to go with. And I also will give a challenge at the end so you can look at your up and down in your life too. So I will share with you the two perspectives that my down and up sister normally give me. And it's very common when it comes to career and then come to uncertainty event. When I was younger, I chose to be an engineer. And when I changed my career, I started seeing the difference between my both sisters. And that made me even want to write a book like Rich Dad and Poor Dad, because they are so different. Have you ever made a choice and then you talk to a friend and another friend, and then you started seeing that they tell you different things? So when I changed my career, one of my sisters, the down one, told me, "Are you crazy? What are you doing?" And ended very clearly, "Do you have anything to eat?" So she worried with my new career, I could not survive. And that made me feel bitter. And then I talked to other up sister, and she was in the farm working. "Oh, I feel proud of you. Did you sell a lot of books? You're going to sell a lot of books." So I started taking a step back and seeing same thing, but down and up sister sees in total different ways. And I took a little bit back to see actually these voices come from inside me, that I was uncertain of what I did. And I said, I can choose to be either down or up. And slowly, year by year, I learned to take one more step to the upside and to be persistent. And I'm now still on that persistent journey and slowly making the new career to be where every day I do every single day. So career, I go with the up system. Then when it comes to unexpected events, and that I believe in Vietnam now, you all see. And maybe if you are not in Vietnam, you all experience. We call the fear, not of new career, but the fear of losing the loved one. I'm from Bắc Giang, a province that experienced a very bad situation of COVID in the last months. I didn't read the news, but every day I could hear someone talking about it. There's some people never texted me, suddenly texted me and say, "Your parents doing well?" And it erased the feeling inside me that I could lose someone. And that fear scared me out more than the fear of a new career. Did you experience that? Or did you see that fear surround the world in some recent months? And that fear of losing the loved ones, scary. And I talked to my first sister, my down one, you either die or you take care of yourself. And I talked to other sister and ask, what are you doing? She said, oh, I could not hear you. And I said, where are you? Oh, I'm in the market. I asked her, are you still in the market? Yes. You take care of yourself. So she hang up the phone. And I could feel like nothing happened. And I took a step back. And I see same thing, two different perspectives. One more step back. It was the fear inside me. And that triggered from the two perspectives of my two sisters. And I chose with the up one. You always can see the down or the up. You always can choose the up or down sister. And they, at the end, still my sister. Up and down, a part of our life. We can see it from downside, so we can also see it from upside. And they all actually only part of the love and the challenge life gives us to grow us better. And we have a choice to trigger what we want to go forward with. And maybe you choose the up, you can make the down become the up later on. So I challenge you now. No matter what sister you choose to talk with, I like you to send both of them the love. Because the love is also the uplifting feeling. Can make my down sister become loved. She now very positive after I keep sending her love. And then one challenge to you today, go home to send this love to uplift someone that they are down. And you can do it here in Toastmaster together, because the collective action we do together will uplift everything down, because it is a community. I love to say thanks to Toastmaster community. I think there has been the up for myself and many other people. So if you have not been in this uplifting community, I'd like you to join so you can make down become up. Back to you.
Wow. I would like to invite everyone to unmute yourself and then give Toastmaster Jen, our very first prepared speech speaker today, a big round of applause. And inspired by her speech, I think we can now, like all do one small, very small, but very uplifting, thing for each other. So could we just like send love to each other by hitting, the love icon, yes, the love button. Yes. So thank you so much, Jen. There are just many like wonderful messages that I have learned, from your speech, and many of them actually summarized a lot of the things that I have learned about myself and for myself in the past few months. I'm sure that you are aware of, like what they are, because we've been together on some journeys. So one key thing that I have that I think I will take away from your speech today, if I have to choose just one, is that life is full of ups and downs, and it's really up to us, to pick like what side, to stand on. So whether or not it's the positive side or the negative side, it's our choice. And if we choose, to look at life with with a positive outlook, like that life is full of possibilities, as Toastmaster Hoa Thieu always shares with us, then yeah, it will be a lot more helpful for us, to cope with any challenging situation, that comes to us. So I hope that everyone is, staying safe these days, is taking good care of yourself, and having, a very strong spirit. to deal with whatever is coming your way. So thank you again, Toastmaster Jen. And now I would like everyone to take like 30 seconds to 1 minute. Just take a little step back, just like what Toastmaster Jen has done several times so far, to reflect on what you have heard from her, as well as note down some evaluation, like some feedback that you have for Toastmaster Jen, so that you can share with her later on. Hi Toastmaster Vương. Hi Hai Kong. We're seeing a lot, some new faces. Charlie, are you saying something?
I was like wondering, why didn't you welcome me when I joined? When you see what you're like, hi.
He's our vice president of finance. I'm just kidding. He's a very important role. Just kidding, Cha. Yeah. Hi, Cha. Okay. So are you ready for the second speaker of today? I promise she's excellent, and she will be giving you, another wonderful, exciting story. And even though she's new to Toastmasters, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that after you listen to her speech, you may wonder like how long she has been in Toastmasters. So yes, for the second speech of our meeting today, I'd love to invite Toastmaster Chile from one of the 2 new Toastmasters club in Hanoi. So Toastmaster Chi, before you give us your speech, you may also want to introduce to everyone a little bit about your club.
Oh, hi, thank you very much for having me. Thanks for this great opportunity. My name is Chi, and I'm the president of iOS Mentor Toastmaster Club. We just chartered our club at the end of June. So far, we haven't hosted any meeting yet. We are really looking forward to that. So our club is still very, very new, and we have received a lot of supports from our mentors, Mr. Hua, who I also see here today, Miss Ha Lei Vân, and also other member supports that I am very grateful for. So today, my speech would be about 3 things that help studying online easier for us, for the students who are studying online. So I would like to introduce a little bit about myself, that I'm also a teacher. So I totally understand, studying online is challenging, but teaching online is challenging as well. I remember myself when I first started, teaching online. I remember I tell jokes and nobody laughed. So, and also like I have to talk all the time to keep our students' attentions, and that's the feeling that I the speech objectives. My speech objectives today is to introduce the 3 factors that I think would help studying online easier for the students. Yes. I'll just get back to my speech. So while I think that teaching online is pretty challenging, I think studying online is even more challenging, as it's hard to keep your focus. So let me share with you these 3 tips that worked for me, and I hope that it will work for you as well. The first tip I think would be excellent is to have a good posture. Whenever I sit up straight, I feel like it's very good for my spine, and it helped me to boost my focus whenever I sit up straight. When I sit up straight, I could feel like my mood is improved greatly, like immediately. But when I slouch like this, I immediately feel a bit down. And I think there's a link between your body and your mood. Whenever you slouch like this, you feel like you don't have much energy to say anything at all, or you cannot keep yourself focused on the subject that your teacher is teaching. But when you sit up like this, all of a sudden you feel more energized. But sometimes it's not easy, to remember to sit up straight. So I found out that there is an exercise, a small exercise that helped me to sit up straight and to check whether I'm sitting up straight or not, is that I just roll down my shoulder like this, really dramatic, just drop it down. I roll down my shoulder a few times and then I drop it down really quickly and I feel myself sitting up straight again. So I made a habit that try to sit up straight whenever I'm studying anything online. And that helps. The second, in order to have a good posture, I always try my best to always turn on my camera. So I will be more aware of my behavior because I know that there are other people who would be, looking at the camera and see what I'm doing. So I try my best to turn on the camera all the time to remind myself to sit up straight. The second factor I think would be a great help is creative note-taking skills. I think that you need to write down the things that you learn. It will help you to remember better. It keeps yourself, it keeps your hands busy along with your mind. Sometimes I listen to something and I feel lazy. I feel like, well, okay, these ideas are pretty simple, so I could remember it without writing it down. But actually, I forget it pretty quickly. Doesn't matter how simple that is and how much I could, remember. But I think that writing down really helps. And I find a notebook and I decorate it so beautifully that it makes me feel pleasant every time I write. So I think that creative note-taking is a great factor that helped me study online much better. And the last thing that I think would help is choose the right type of music while studying. I think that we shouldn't listen to the song that we like while we're studying online. Because first, you would want to sing along because this is the song that you like. So you would want to sing along with that song and then you cannot focus on what your teacher is saying. And if you listen to the song you like, then, gradually your mind will drift off from the lecture. So it doesn't do you any good. And the second type of music that you shouldn't listen to is rap song. Because when you listen to rap song, it would be like a rap battle between your teacher and the rapper. So rap song is not recommended. The type of song that I recommend is, number one, songs that you don't know. You just choose a song that you think that would have a good vibe. And the songs that you don't know is the best because you wouldn't know the lyrics to sing along. And therefore, you can easily focus on the lectures while, relaxing with that song. And the second type of song I would recommend is instrumental songs. It would help you to relax and focus at the same time because it only have the music, and the teacher doesn't know that you're playing music as long as you have a headphone on. So I think that is a trick to help you to relax while you're studying. Because just like my student, I cannot keep my focus for more than 15 or 20 minutes. So I need to have something to help me relax at the same time that I'm studying. And I find that very effective. So that wraps up my speech. So far, I think that there are three factors that contribute the most to my studying online to be effective or not, whether it's effective or not. The first one is to have a good posture. The second one is to have creative note-taking skill. And the last one is choose the right type of music. That is the end of my speech. I hope that I have shared with you something useful for you. And thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chile. It was actually helping me a lot today because so I was supposed to be the one introducing about your speech title and about the objective of the speech, etc. You did that for me, so I'm very thankful for that. And you did a very good job, even though this is like your, I think, if we do not count the speech that you did in the joint meeting last week, then this is like your icebreaker. So well done. And
thank you.
I'm sure that like all of us, like the rest of us here, have learned a lot from your speech regarding like how we can improve our online learning experience after today. And for myself, the tip that I will remember the most and probably will never forget is sit up straight. So the moment that you talked about that, I immediately try to like look at my posture and see if I was sitting up straight or not. And I'm sure everybody else was doing the same thing. So yes, 3 factors, but I'm sure that they have learned more than that from your speech today. And we look forward, to having a joint meeting between Hanoi Speakers Toastmaster and IELTS Mentors Toastmaster, like your club, in the near future. Thanks for
Thank you
joining
very
us.
much.
All right, so as I said earlier, for today's meeting, we have only 2 prepared speeches, and both speakers are now done giving us their speeches, and we'll move to the evaluation right now. Yeah, I hope you can still hear me clearly. Can you still hear me? Okay, thank you. So I would like to invite the first evaluator who will be giving feedback to Toastmaster Jen on her speech. So please welcome Toastmaster Hoa Thieu.
Yes. Right. Yeah, it's such a pleasure to, if like my best friends, one of my best friends. So, she did a successful speech. So I would like to just share my perspective about her speech. I would like to share what the thing that she did make me really like, and the thing that she could do maybe differently. So it's somehow impact the result of the speech about inspiring the audience. So now let's talk about the first thing, the thing that I really like. Now let's talk about the topic. Do you think that topic was so relevant to the situation right now? During the COVID time, everyone is looking things up, down, upside and downside, and that speed was somehow have a great impact for us to have a look at COVID-19 as a upside. So talk about the suitability. I say that the topic was great, that was suitable for the situation what we are living right now. That was the first thing. Now let's talk about the second thing is about the interaction. Right in the beginning, we have a kind of exercise, a metaphor about you choose the up sister or down sister. And that is so teasing me. So I was curious, actually what she are trying to talk about. And it's teasing me to listen for her more. And I was curious, so what do you want to talk about in the body parts? So the interaction at first actually teasing us to listen more. And that was also successful as well. And that one more thing that I love about her speech, I love about the message in the end. It's one quote that was so powerful. That was, here. No matter upside or downside, you can send them the love. That was powerful, and I still dwell on that message. And so now what you can do differently. The first thing is, if you are bad, act like a bad. I just remember the time that you say fear to lose with a smile. And is a person really fearful? Say one smile. So I say, are you really fearful? So if you are talking about the Tao sister, you can feel the fears within you and talk with the fear, that you are feeling the fear right now. So make the audience feel more about what you're speaking. That was the first thing. The second thing is just finish. Do not refinish. It's done. So in the end, when you call to action, that was a perfect time to finish. Do not refinish by the other one. So the message will be kind of vague and it's going to be clear. So that 2 things that I will leave with you, that is do not refinish, just finish. And the second thing, feel the fear when you speak about the fear. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hoa Thieu. such a very strong ending to an evaluation. Feel the fear when you are feeling the fear. I'm not sure if I'm quoting you right, but yes, it's a very like strong ending to me personally. And yes, and I hope everyone you have learned something from Toastmasters Hua evaluation to Toastmaster Jen. And next time, we would love to hear from any one of you as the one of the evaluators in our meeting. All right, so now let's move on to the next evaluation given by Toastmaster Tuan to Toastmaster Chile on her speech title, Online Studying, 3 Important Factors. 3 things that help. Please welcome Toastmaster Tuan.
Good evening, everyone. I would love to see all of you like to stand off if you find at least one tip that helpful for your online learning. Just stand up if you find at least one tip from T that will boost your online learning performance. Yes. Thank you. And congratulations, T, that you are successful with your speech. That is first thing I would like to congratulate you. And second, that I would like to congratulate T because this is icebreaker speaker as a traditional Toastmaster to give support for the newbie of in public speaking. I would like to invite all of you to stand up to give T a big a big clap to congratulate her.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And for your speech today, that one thing I really like about T speak is very clear structure. 3 tips with very relevant reasoning why the posture are important, the link between the body and the boost to study online better, the link between creative note-taking skill and the effective learning. So it's very easy for audience to follow your speech, and congratulate you on that. And one thing I would love to see in your speech next time is your audience, your interaction with audience. So many people are facing with the online learning and it's really hard to focus. So you can start with a question to ask the members so that audience will want to listen to you more because that is their problem as well. So that really good to connect with audience next time. And in some point in the speak, you can also interact with them, like so that I'm sure that you will your tip they will remember more and apply. And looking forward for your next speak. Yeah, back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tuan, for your feedback. And from our evaluators, our speakers in each of our meetings would also appreciate, the feedback from our audience. So now I would like to invite everyone to take about 1 minute to fill in a feedback form for both our prepared speakers and our 2 evaluators. So Toastmaster Huyền Nguyen, could you please share the link in the chat box so that everyone can open it and fill in their evaluation. So while we're waiting for the link from Toastmaster Huyên, we'll just check.
I already sent the link.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yes. So everyone, please take a few seconds to open the link in the chat box and fill in your feedback for our speakers and evaluators. Thank you everyone for taking your time to look at the questions in the form. So this is actually the feedback form for the general feedback form for our meeting. So you can actually wait until the end of the meeting to finish, your evaluation. So you don't have to give your answers to all of the questions now because we are still in the first half of the meeting and about to move to the second half. Yes, so no rush. So now we have just finished the two prepared speeches and the evaluations section. Let's move on. Let's hear from our timekeeper who has been paying attention to the timing of each speakers, and she's going to give us the first timing report of today's meeting. So Toastmaster Huyên Nguyễn, the stage is yours.
Yes, we have two speakers and two evaluators today, and I think that I will do the hardest job for you. That you don't need to vote because we have one speaker and one evaluator had been disqualified for being go overtime. That's Chi Jen. She had the speed more than 8 minutes. That means that she is qualified for voting for the best speaker. And also Anh Hòa, the evaluator of Chi Jen, he's also go far. So we have only Chị Chi and Chị Toàn qualified to be the best speaker and best evaluator today. That's all my report. Thank you, chị Hà.
Thanks, Hui, for your timing report. And yeah, I was actually just texting Hui that because for today's meeting, we only have 2 prepared speakers. So we'll actually not do the voting as usual, because we'll only do that when we have at least 3 speakers. So yeah, like congratulations, Toastmaster Chile and Toastmaster Tuan. You, like, without the voting, you are chosen to be the best prepared speaker and best evaluator of our meeting today. And for Toastmaster Hoa Thieu and Toastmaster Jen, one tip for both of you is that next time, please pin the video of our timekeeper. So in our meeting today is Toastmaster Hui. So please pin her video so that you know when she changes her background from yellow, from green to yellow and then to red. When it's red, you know that you should stop in 30 seconds, and yeah, you will not go over time next time. All right, great, everyone. Thanks so much for staying until now and enjoying the meeting with us. Before we move on to the second part, which is the very exciting part of the table topics section, we'll be having a quick break, and I would love to give the stage back to Toastmaster Huyen Nguyen. She has prepared a very exciting activity for us to participate in during the break. So Toastmaster Huyen, please come back.
Yes. Good evening, everyone, again. So feel free if you need to grab a drink or go to restroom. Right now, I would like to invite all of you to join a game. It's called drawing and get the phrase. So I would like to ask everyone, are you a good drawer or are you a good guesser?
Both. I'm just kidding.
Just choose one, which you are the best, and write it in the chat box. So I am going to divide you in the 2 teams. One is drawer, one is guesser. Okay, I see Anh Hòa choose to be a drawer. How about other? Drawer, okay. I see Cha as well. So Tom, you would like to be a guest? Yes. I would like to share my screen. Do you see my screen now? If you are using the smartphone and you choose to be a drawer, please use the phone to scan the QR code or use a link. I will send it to the chat box. I'm here to waiting for the player. So Cha, Anh Hòa, please go to the room. I see Mona, I see Cha, I see Anh Hòa. Okay, so now we have 3 draw. Okay, now I would like to decide the role to all of you. But first, I will invite 2 volunteers to participate in this game. So this game is about the member of our club, Hanoi Speaker Toastmaster, and who are present who are absent in our meeting today. Two players will use their computer or their smartphone to draw to describe a given phrase. So two players going to draw at the same time. And two given phrases are characteristic about a member of our club. The audience, it means the guesser, will reply on successive draws and the letter on the screen to get the member name. The member name can be a full name or can be a nickname. Are you clear? Cha, anh Hòa, are you clear?
So it's mean that I draw the.
Yes. You go draw, and when I start the game, you may see a phrase on the phone. So you are going to draw that phrase to describe it.
Okay.
You guess what are you
Cannot
trying
use a
to do?
word, right? Cannot use the words.
You can draw.
Okay.
Now we can start.
Wait, but do the guests know the members?
I think all of the audience will play together.
Okay.
And because the name is in Vietnamese, so it may be hard a little bit for some foreigner today.
All right.
Sorry about it. Start. I see Cậu and Mona are chewing the word.
I think I didn't get the task really, so I resigned from the game.
Yes, so Mona, do you see the phrase on the phone?
I saw this. Wait.
Do you see a sentence on the phone? On the computer?
I see nothing. I see the answer box. And
yes, because the one who is drawing now are Mr. Cậu and Miss Mona.
Okay.
Yes.
The
computer automatically choose the player. I couldn't choose player. So, Mr. Cậu, do you see the sentence?
So the sentence that is written should be in connection to someone who's in the group, no?
Yes.
And I should know.
You don't need to know the name of the member because we are going to guess it. You just need to draw it.
Okay, I try my best.
Yes. You have 44 seconds left. And Cậu, can I know who is Cậu? Can you say something? At first, you can try to guess it's a boy or it's a girl.
Or maybe Winner, you could, can you spell the name first?
Yeah, you see my screen?
No, we don't see it.
You don't see my screen?
Oh, okay. But you see my screen? No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's say.
so the Vọng Phạm. Oh.
So you don't see what I'm, okay, 0 points.
Yeah, I can see what you draw.
You could see it?
Yes.
Okay.
And now Trà and Anh Hòa are drawing. So let's see my screen. Do you everyone see my screen?
No.
We guess the what?
We don't
Let's
have
say.
a screen.
Oh,
We don't
can't see.
Oh, sorry. I thought you see my screen. Oh.
You could see my drawing, right?
Oh, sorry. Now you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. And Trà and Anh Hòa are drawing. Anh Hòa ơi, I couldn't see. You are drawing. Trà, oh, I see. She's trying to drawing a girl.
No, it looks like a monkey.
It's a girl. 27 seconds. 20
What?
seconds.
It's very simple. Think simply.
Yeah,
Clues.
It's not a monkey.
look at her hair. So I can see
Uh,
her hair.
Curly hair.
Guess the name of the person.
Get the name of the person.
The name of the
Do you
person.
see 3 what?
My drawing is not that bad. Think
It
simply.
doesn't give us, that many clues.
Oh yes. Sorry. Okay, my bad. We have 5 rounds left, and I will try to hear you as much as possible.
0 point. How come? The great drawing ever. Well, how come 0 point?
Okay, now Cậu and Mona play again. Mona, can you draw? Yes.
Okay. Chan.
Don't cheat.
No, I'm just guessing. I'm using my guessing skill.
Wait.
Oh, do you see she trying to draw?
Yeah, I see it, but I don't know who it is.
Chan Khánh.
Oh, okay. Her name means
It's
related to flower.
Oh.
I know.
Oh,
Wait, I don't.
Right. Oh no,
Oh,
no,
wait.
wrong.
Oh, Hảo Hương Đinh.
yes, it's
Oh,
correct. Congratulations, ha.
Oh.
Why
Hương and Mona are good drawer today. Thank
did you
you.
change her the order of her name?
But she had the same word? No.
But why a bike though?
She like by Koning, and her name means flower. In Vietnam.
Flower means flower, yes.
Very long. I thought it was the same hint.
And Thảo is a member of the Healthy Club of 100 Speakers.
Yeah, she likes riding bicycles. I was
Around the Westland.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, beautiful draw.
Oh my goodness. I'm 5th.
Okay, so next round is Trà and Mr. Dance CP. Trà ơi, try your best.
Okay.
What?
Oh. Sunshine, huh?
Sunrise. Mountain. No.
I don't.
I'm sorry, Dan. I thought my drawing was already abstract enough.
So a house, a tree.
Not house, not a tree. Not alien. No. Wait.
Who
We
is
have 24 seconds left. That person may be attend our meeting today or may not.
Oh no.
We need more letters.
Wait, Machiko.
Machiko.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't type the one.
No way. The Vietnamese name is long. Must be Machiko.
Yes, Machiko. Thai.
Yes.
Just
the country.
How did you not guess?
What's your first name, Machiko?
How did they guess that?
Okay, next round.
Oh wow, yeah. Time to get a point.
How many more rounds, Huyền?
We have 2 rounds left.
Okay, yes.
She run marathon.
Who is this?
So far, guess today, we have actually learned a lot of members. All these people are our members.
Anh Hòa ơi, I haven't seen your drawing. Em Mr.
Yes.
Tom, are you drawing?
Yeah, so I win now.
Yeah. Quickly.
Vượng Pháp.
Oh yes. Why not?
Really?
Yes.
Girl, wait, what?
Hang on, it is she. Oh, so
I don't know the answer.
Did you change the agenda from when?
Wait, what?
It's definitely
She run marathon.
Yes, based on the alphabet. So
Twice drawing an octopus.
Anh Hòa ơi, is a girl or is a boy? Can you read us some more, please?
She,
girl,
she,
boy.
she.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a
F
she.
U.
Yeah.
You
So I knew the first time I was born.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh, okay.
Mickey Mouse. Are you?
I feel like whoever is the answer of this will be offended. Wait,
Okay.
I know.
Oh.
But why did you?
Oh, what?
An
Not
ơi,
You're not
anh
just
Hòa.
laughing.
But why does she look like that? Wait, what?
We look alike.
No.
Okay,
Nobody looks like that in a
close to the end. Okay, everyone try your best.
No, first time I draw with muscular and then turn
This
to
one is
twat.
easy, guys. Pay attention. This one is very easy.
Funny.
the second word, just 2 letters.
Oh, I get the person.
The name can be a nickname or full name. I take
Submit.
it from our
Yes.
contact.
You have
Jen
to know
Vũ
this,
Hương.
guys. Come on.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Jen Vũ Hương. Yeah, that's right.
yes.
Yes, Jan is Jan.
Wow.
Whoever
Why do you-
misses this is not in our club.
Me. Oh, finally, I'm not the worst.
Yes, correct.
Wait, so
You are correct.
I have.
Why do you know that? Anh Hòa.
Yeah, finally.
I think you may see the red color, so you think about chị Hương. Yes, the correct answer. Jan Vũ Hương.
I still
Oh.
have,
The last round.
I need to make it. Good.
Oh yes.
Why do I have 100 points?
The last round.
The Return of the King.
Yeah,
Come
Anh
on.
Hòa and Mr.
Oh,
Dan.
mid-drawing.
Yes.
Nguyễn Im Hà.
Jean.
Nice.
I would like to see the drawing.
Wait, Nguyễn Im Hà.
I don't
I like to submit my answer.
Yes,
Nguyễn Im Hà.
correct,
Okay.
correct.
I
Oh, I-
typed the name in.
haven't drawn it.
Okay.
Wait, let me focus on my drawing. So,
Sure.
Then it's drawing motorcycle for sure.
yes, beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, is it t-shirt, right? Oh, so if by doing like that, so no way to see the t-shirts.
Yeah, Totoro, you can
Thank
enjoy
you,
the drawing
everyone.
time.
It's a
What?
little bit over time, so
Hello?
we
Hello,
end.
Wait, let me finish.
Nguyễn Im Hà.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness. Oh my goodness.
yes, it's the name of our president.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, everyone, for playing. And do you know who is the winner of our game today? I don't know. Can you
I'm offended.
remind me who's the winner of the game?
Lucky Toàn. For
You
sure.
don't have the result, right? Me.
Oh,
But for your information, I didn't participate in the game.
But your drawing is perfect.
Oh, I got second place.
Oh, back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, everyone. For joining.
Got the first.
Thank you, everyone. I was laughing so much, and I hope, I guess you were as well. Yeah, very fun game, a very fun game, Huyền. Thank you for preparing. And now let's get back to the main activity of the second main activity of our meeting today, which is the table topic session. And I would love to invite our Toastmaster Machiko, who will be our table topics master, to give us, a brief introduction about the section, as well as, what she's going to do as the table topics master. So Toastmaster Machiko, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. My name is Machiko. I would like to facilitate table topic session, which is the second main part of the public. Table topic speech is the speech that people are supposed to create their ideas and deliver the speech right away when they are given a question. So that each speaker has got basically 2 minutes. You need to take at least 1 minute. And when you reach 1.5 minute, you can wrap up your speech. And then when you go over 2 minutes and reach 2.5 minutes, and you will be disqualified. The purpose of table topic is to build up your skill of the prompt speech. Today's topic is online learning. It is very, very getting common under the COVID-19 situation, and there are pros and cons. So we'd like to deepen our discussion on that. So I would like to have the first speaker. Does anyone want to volunteer? Okay, right. So Toastmaster Tuan, stage is yours. Your question is here. I'm gonna put on the chat box so everyone can take a look. Right. If you are the main organizer of an online course, what do you think would be the challenges? If you are the main organizer of an online course, what do you think would be the challenges? Okay, Tuan, stage is yours.
Yeah, if you are the online learner, what would be the most thing that you could get from the training? Yeah, is it something new that you will definitely apply to your job or your learning? And in my work last month, we must organize an online course for a partner in the central province named Hà Tĩnh, and they're working in the public sector. They have a lot of things to care about during this time, and online course were not their priorities. And I see that the motivation to learn of the learner was the most challenging for our job last month to send out them the learning material, and the response, the rate that they learn from the course and the interaction between the learner and the trainer. So I found that it's hard to have very effective training with the learner who are not really interested in the learning course, and it's somehow different from us. We, for example, in this Toastmaster meeting, we are here to improve our public speaking. We get to know some more friends, and that would be very interactive and interesting online course to learn about public speaking. But within my work, and we still figuring out how we can organize this to be more interactive and more practical for the learner to improve the effectiveness and to bring something useful for the partner in our project. And I would love to challenge all of you to find out what is really useful for you and stay committed with what you already register for online course. So the organizer will be really appreciate if you can stay committed and stay active in your learning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Tuan. Your evaluation is from both sides, organizer and participants, so it's very well-rounded and comprehensive. Thank you very much. The guest speakers and our guests from other clubs, please welcome. Please join our meeting, turning on your camera so that we can all see each other. That would be very great. And who would like to go ahead next as a next speaker? Okay, Dan. Okay, so the next question to Dan is this one. As online courses are getting more common in work from home setting due to COVID-19, what benefits have you found from online courses? As online courses are getting more common in work from home setting due to COVID-19, what benefits have you found from online courses? Dan, stage is yours.
Thank you, Machiko-san, for the question. Speaking of a benefit of the online course, I can say that the online course offer me many advantages to learn from home. It saves time and save money. No need to travel to the office to work. And it bring me a lot of concentration to focus on my job, my daily routine. Also, another benefit is avoiding the distraction from other college. We can work independently at home. Yes, not get distracted from others. Yes, I love it. And another advantage of working from home is we can work quietly and not avoiding the noise from others. Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dan.
Yes.
Very logical speech, and you have raised many advantages of online courses, which many of us would probably agree with. All right, what about the next speaker? Who would like to take it? All right, Pruya, are you ready? Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
Excellent. So the next question for you is this one. There are limitations for online courses as of 2021. In 10 years, what innovative technology will be invented and added to make online learning as real and engaging as offline learning? There are limitations for offline courses as of 2021. In 10 years, what innovative technology will be invented and added to make online learning as real and engaging as offline learning? Stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Machiko, for the interesting question. Online learning. When I think about online learning, I automatically get more and more tired because all of us had consecutive years, months of being in this online world, seeing people only in this realm, not seeing real people, not being able to have small talk. Because I think in this circumstance, it's not possible to have small talk. You can only have one person speaking and the other have to listen, otherwise you have chaos. And I think in my personal experience, I'm studying to become a lawyer, and I have to learn some complex theories, which, to be honest, I don't always get. The best way to go beyond this point of not understanding them is for me to discuss those theories with others and to find out how others perceived it. So in this consecutive process of talking to each other and small talk, we all can grow and study better. For that reason, what I'm wishing for in 10 years is something I saw once in a movie. I think some of you know the movie or the series. It is called Star Trek, I think. And in that, people can beam to another dimension. For example, I could beam myself into Hanoi with you, and we could have a chat. We could have a discussion on any topic you want. For that reason, that's what I'm wishing for. We can do in 10 years for make online studying as productive as offline studying. Thank you.
Thank you so much for very interesting answer. It's very inspiring to hear your ideas. Okay, we're gonna have the last speaker here. Who would you like to go? Okay, Toastmaster 1. We got this question as the last one for you, which is a little bit funny, maybe. There you go. What would you do if you happen not to turn off your camera while learning online and do something silly or embarrassing? What would you do if you happen not to turn off your camera while learning online and do something silly or embarrassing? Stage is yours.
Well, let's do it right now. Yeah. Well, I mean, those things happens in real life, and you will see that a lot. You know, when you go on YouTube and just type in, you know, like accidents on Zoom online, like, and it's funny, like there are a lot of things that is unimaginable. And I remember I saw cute things like cats and dogs, you know, just jump on the computer, and then they just go around, and then they're just trying to distract. And there is one video about a court when they are organizing a court. So the lawyer is trying to explain things and trying to present the arguments, and at the same time, like for some reason, like that guy just didn't know how to turn off his filter. You know, like the cat filter that you can put on your face to change your face, and then that guy didn't know how to change back to his human face. So the whole time he was trying to win the case for his client with his cat filter on. So that was one of the pretty cool things that we see happening in the online world. Now, if something like that would happen to me, you know, it will depend on the degree of silliness that I'm presenting. Now, if it is something fun, you know, like I like what is the fun things to forgot? Well, silly things like, I don't know, you drop something, or maybe you maybe your cat just jump on your computer. Now that would be some fun things to do. You know, just laugh it off. You know, just say like, yeah, my cat wants to be in the conference as well, or something like that. Now, if something which is way more embarrassing, like, you know, just you know, you are naked, like this guy right here, that would be different. That would be so different. But I think if you take it not seriously, though, other people will not take it too seriously. Yeah, it happens. But yeah, just try to not take it seriously. So thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster One. It was very interesting answer, and then I'm glad you are not naked right now. So I want to hand over to Timekeeper for a report. Thank you very much for your great participation. Over. Toastmaster Hue, Can you hear us? Over to you.
Yes. Yeah, here is a timing report. Yeah, congratulations to all of the participants of the table topic session. You all qualified to vote for the best table topic speaker. However, I just one thing. Mr. Vượng Phạm, you have only 5 seconds to be disqualified, but however, luckily you are still 2 minutes and 25 seconds, so you are also qualified for the vote for best table topic speaker. And yes, and other speaker also have a quite good time management with your speed. That's all my report. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Machiko, for preparing, very, very great questions for our table topic session. And thank you, Toastmaster Hui, for your timing report. So now I would love to invite the evaluator for our table topic session, who will be giving feedback to all of the 5 speakers. So are you excited?
Have we voted for the best table topic speakers yet?
Yeah, but
So
today we will change. Yes, Toastmaster Huyen, please go ahead.
So everyone in the chat box, I just put the link to vote for the best table topic speaker. So you just click the name, the speaker that you will vote. Thank you. We have 30 seconds to do it.
Okay, so time to vote for the best table topic. So our first speaker was Toastmaster Tuan. Second speaker, Toastmaster Dan. Next speaker, Toastmaster Puria. And next we have Toastmaster Vượng.
So we have 10 votes. So if you haven't voted yet, just vote, and then we will move to the evaluation session for speaker.
Yeah, so if you're done with the voting, please just type done in the chat box. Follow Toastmaster Huyen, Toastmaster Tuan, Hoa, Mona. Oh yeah, thank you, Puria. That's integrity. Okay, so I think we have collected all the votes from everyone, right? Toastmaster Tuan. Great. So now let's continue with the evaluation. I would like to introduce to all of you Toastmaster Cha Pham, who will be our table topics evaluator today. So Toastmaster Cha Pham, we are excited to hear your feedback. All the 4 speakers, yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ha. So right now, without any further ado, let's go straight into the evaluation. So first of all, I would like to thank you for all the 4 speakers today for being very brave and volunteer to deliver your table topic speech. I was so impressed by Jen's speech. previously, so I will use a little bit of content from her speech. So I will evaluate you on two sides, the upside and then the downside, which is going to be up for your future speeches. All right. So for the very first speaker, Toastmaster Tuan, she talks about the challenges when you organize an online courses. So the upside, what Tuan did really good was that she used her personal story, and it helps the story become much more authentic, which has always been one of her biggest strengths. And she has a diverse point of view, so she opened up the questions instead of just talking about the organizer's point of view. She also talks about the participants' viewpoint, which makes it more relatable to a lot of us, because not all of us are organizers, but we surely participate in lots of online courses. What Tuan could do better, or a little bit of the downside, is that her voice, she could raise it up a little bit, because it's in online meeting, right? So people's attention is sparse. So try to raise your voice a little bit and have a little bit more vocal variety, so that people will be really drawn into your speech, instead of being really loud at first and then like da, 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 and then loud at the end. All right, so try to maintain that volume throughout the speech. For the second speaker, Dan, it talks about the benefits of online courses. So Dan, you had a lot of ideas, and that was really good. You talked about many advantages of online courses, which all of us could agree on because we all experience it, right? What I recommend you to do better next time is that you can try to focus on one point, probably the one that means the most to you. For example, if time means the most to you, you can pinpoint that and focus on that and expand the story a little bit and paint the scene, so that instead of just listing out the points, people can actually feel the story and focus on your speech better. All right. For the third speaker, Porya, thank you so much for joining our meeting today. Taking the role and then deliver a table topic speech is very enthusiastic. You talk about the new technology that could help online courses become more real and engaging. So what Porya did really well was that he spent the first few seconds to give thanks to the person who delivers the question, the table topic master. And then he took a little bit of time to calm down and think through the question a little bit. So it gives him a lot of time to, structure the whole speech, which helped his speech be very structured later on, as you could see. And he opened up his speech with a really relatable remark about online courses, because we all feel a little bit fatigue and tiredness when we participated in online courses during COVID-19. So it was really relatable from my point of view. And then he delivered his own personal story about studying law and how difficult it was, and connect to the final message, which was very linked together. The only recommendation that I have for Porya for this speech is that the part that you talk about, when you first talk about, it was very smooth, but then in the middle of your speech, I was wondering, are you answering the question? Because you talked a little bit about your studying law and then online courses have a fatigue, but you didn't talk about the real engaging factor, but you only talked about it during the end of your speech. So maybe try to put some of the objectives ahead of your speech, so that people can be aware that you're still answering the question, not delivering a totally different answer. Okay, but all in all, you did very well. So congratulations. And for the last speech, our very senior Toastmaster, Vượng Phạm. So he talked about the embarrassing actions that you may conduct yourself when you are in online meeting, which he may have done a lot, because he seems to be very experienced in his speech. So he's very good at humorous stories. So he straight up lighten up the atmosphere by saying, let's do it right now. So it just helped people laugh it off and then just listen to his speech. So that it was a very good opening. And the stories are also related to the final message. So he managed to deliver very concise advice at the end of the message, which was good. The only point I would recommend is that the cat and dog distraction at the first part of the speech seemed a little bit a distraction from the main message of your speech. So it was like a little bit of story that you used to buy time. So try to link it more to the later part of your speech. It will make the story a lot more cohesive, right? So all of you did really well, and I hope to see you in our next meeting and deliver other speeches. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Wow, Toastmaster Cha, you really kept to time. Like she was supposed to deliver her evaluation in 9 minutes, but do you know how much time did she use? Just 6 minutes. That's impressive, Cha.
I thought I have 6 because normally we have 6.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. But still, like you managed to deliver, very like detailed, very constructive, feedback within that short amount of time. And I'm sure like all the speakers, have learned a lot from your evaluation. And yeah, like next time you have an evaluator, for sure I would try to apply, your technique of giving feedback in today's meeting. So thank you. Okay, guys, we are coming very close to the end of the meeting, but there are still 2 more reports that we should, listen to. So I hope you stay with us until the very end, and also, picture time at the end as well, because we want to capture, the like beautiful moments that we have shared with you today. So the first report is from our grammarian, Toastmaster Huynh Nguyen. So Huynh, if you're ready, please just go ahead with your grammarian report.
Yes. Good evening, everyone again. It's very pleasant to listen to our speaker today from the beginning until now. Today we have very experienced speaker from prepared speech section to table topic session. So in my report, I don't have much thing to say. Every speaker did very well in using good use of language. They doesn't seem to make any grammar mistake. And there are 2 structures that I really like during this meeting today, that the speaker used antonym to deliver their sentence. For example, up and down, upside and downside, and it really helpful in convey the message. And to make the speech more clear, I learned from speaker T that we can use structure like first, second, last when we start a new idea to make our speech more clearly to the audience. It's all from my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Huynh. As the grammarian, kind of like, I'm pretty sure that she was a little bit not disappointed, but for sure she was looking forward to hearing someone use the word of the day, the one that she introduced to all of us at the beginning of the meeting, which is consecutive. But unfortunately, it seems that everyone was very, like into the meeting and was very like paying attention to the speakers. So you kind of forgot the word of the day, or maybe there was another reason for that. But in our next meeting, in our future meetings, we truly hope that like many of us, could have used the word of the day in our speeches. Just so at least like our grammarian, like he or she will be happy, to mention your name in their report at the end of the meeting for doing that. So now the very last report of the meeting will be from Toastmaster Purya. He has been waiting for this moment from the very beginning of the meeting. And yes, without any further ado, I would like to invite Toastmaster Purya for his timing counter report.
Yeah, thank you very much, Toastmaster Ha. Dear Toastmasters, dear guests, we didn't have a lot of filler words. I'm going to tell you the amount of filler words, and I'm going to tell you what sentences made me laugh. So I want to start with Ha. Ha, you had 12 filler words. I hope I pronounce all your names right. Excuse me if I don't. He, I think you had 4 filler words, and you made me laugh with the sentence, I will stop you talking as a timekeeper. Jen, you had no filler words, and you made me laugh with the sentence, do you have anything to eat? The question by your sister. The second sister, the second speaker, she had 3 filler words. No, excuse me, 7 filler words. Toi, you had 5. Dan, you had 2, and you made me laugh with, I loved it to get distracted. To not get distracted, which is a funny thing to say, I think. Fuan, you made me laugh with your sentence with the embarrassing naked guy in the background. And for Tra, you had 8 filler words, and you made me laugh with your sentence, he seemed to have a lot of embarrassing experiences. All in all, thanks for the great evening and have a good one. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Purya, for a very detailed report. Just a quick question out of curiosity, because we all have seen that you are among the people who used the least filler words in your speech today. So do you have any tips to share with us, like how to speak very calmly and how to avoid using filler words when you speak?
Thank you. That's a great question, and I have to admit that I don't have the answer. I've heard the answer, but I'm not living the answer. The answer to your question is just to realize when you're about to use a filler word and just stop. Just stop, breathe, and then continue speaking. I know the answer, but I'm not living it. So I'm inviting all of you, including me, to just stop when we are feeling we want to use a filler word. Thanks.
All right, you said it wasn't a tip, but I think it's a tip. Okay, so I think just by being exposed, to professional speaker like you and other people in our meeting today who do not use a lot of filler words in their speeches, I'm sure that like people like me who use a lot of filler words, would eventually, raise my awareness to the level that I will, stop using filler words in my speeches in the future. So thank you very much. Okay, everyone. So as I said earlier, Purya's report actually would mark the end of our meeting today. And before we all say goodbye to each other, on behalf of panel speakers, I would just love to send a big thank you to everyone, to all of you who have stayed, all the time from the beginning until now, to enjoy, all the speeches and to participate in our activities. And just a quick announcement that our next meeting will be on the 18th of this month, which is in 2 weeks' time. And the topic of that meeting will be the new unusual thing. Given the current COVID situation in Vietnam, a lot of things have changed drastically. So yeah, we hope that that meeting will be creating a space for us to share about what changes have happened to our life and how we have learned to cope with that. And yes, if you have any feedback for us regarding the quality of the meeting, and especially how we can improve our meeting to make it more exciting, to make it more engaging, and to attract more guests, like wonderful guests like you today, then please feel free to contact us on our fan page, Hanoi Speakers Toastmaster on Facebook, or you can always write an email as well. And now is the picture time, I guess. Could we have everyone turn on your camera, turn on your video, so that we could see your lovely faces and we could take a beautiful photo together. So Hà ơi, Nguyệt, Quyên Lương, and Quỳnh Hồ, would you mind turning on your video? Yeah, thank you, Sarah, for setting up your camera, having it ready. Yes, we see Quỳnh. And can we again send love to each other by, hitting the love icon at the bottom? Yes. Okay, and Grandmarian, Huyền Nguyễn, get ready for your photo. Everyone, please say cheese. Thank you. Okay, another pose, like crazy pose or silly pose. I don't know, Cha is the best one, to instruct us. We can follow her. Oh yeah, a cute one from Machiko.
Like it, okay.
Okay.
It looks very cute.
Like a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, everybody's looking cute. Okay. I don't know how to look cute.
Got it. Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
So
Have a lovely evening, and we look forward to seeing you in the next meeting.
Yeah, did we announce the best table topic speakers?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I forget about that one. So Toastmaster Tuan, could you please make the announcement?
Yeah, can we guess who is the best prepared speaker today?
You mean table topic speaker, right?
Yeah, table topic speaker. We have 4 speakers.
Yeah. Party, right?
Yeah, Korea. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing very inspiring message to us about future of education. And we are looking forward to have you stay connected with us online for the next meeting. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I see.
Would you like to announce the joint meeting between Hanoi Speakers and your club?
Yes, thank you. For that reason, thanks for having me, and I'm more than happy to invite all of you to our shared meeting, which we are going to have on the 22nd of August in 2 weeks on a Sunday with my home club of Toastmasters Düsseldorf. So I would be more than happy to see you again in 2 weeks. And thanks again for having me.
Yeah, for sure we'll attend that meeting. Yeah, thank you for the collaboration. And Mona, since you are the first time guest, yeah, we'd really love to hear from you if you have any feedback or anything you would like to share with us about the meeting today.
Yeah, thank you very much. I mainly would like to share thank you for having me. It was really interesting, really inspiring. It already seems quite professional to me how you're organized and how you're giving the speeches. So it's really yeah, inspiring to start with Toastmasters as well. So I think it's a very appreciative and respectful atmosphere, very positive. Yeah, a lot of fun. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad that you said the meeting was organized and not too serious. So yeah, it was lovely to have you, and we hope that this meeting, like by joining Toastmasters, yeah, just like public meetings like this during these challenging times would be helpful to you somehow during your first days in Hanoi. And if
Thank
you
you
need,
very much.
if you need, like to anything that you think would be helpful for you to learn about the life here and get used to it, then please reach out anytime.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you everyone. It's already 9 p.m. in Vietnam, and I think it's time for you to get ready for your sleep. So have a good sleep. And
Before that, chị ơi,
yes.
chị ơi, certificate.
Oh yeah, so we will send Puria your certificate of being the best table topic speaker. Yes, please just let us know your email. Okay, thank you everyone, and see you next time.
Yes, see you next time. Thank you everyone.
Okay.
Bye bye, chị Quyên. See you next time. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, chị Nguyệt.
Yeah.
Portia, I go have a meeting with my team, so we may talk another time about our joint meeting. Thank you for joining with us today. Very happy to have you here.
Thanks very much and have a good night. See you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
Why we didn't ask him about the feedback for the meeting today? I think that would be.
Oh, I think I already sent out the feedback form. Hope to receive his feedback there. Or I can reach out to him to ask about it.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. And for our feedback today, I would like to invite you going to lead it. We are going to try a new version of feedback. And for Queen, I hope we can finish the.
Yes, so
we can complete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, can we register for role for the next meeting? Because I think that last time we tried several times, so we can like fill in the role for the next meeting. Otherwise, it will be like just I see that if we do it now, we will have some role of fill in, and then we have better preparation for the next meeting.
Yes, we plan to do it during the meeting feedback time.
Okay. So
sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I still see a guest in our meeting. Chị Nguyệt ơi. Oh, okay. Okay. Still leave.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Cảm ơn tất cả mọi người.
So to be honest, with what I was envisioned for the way that we do the meeting feedback session moving forward is that we're going to just spend 30 minutes on this session, and then we're going to spend 10 minutes in the beginning to discuss about what we do good in the meeting, what we need to be doing better, and how we can achieve being better for the future meeting. And then the second part would be like spend 2 minutes in each role. So like grammarian, TTM, TMOD, KT, TK, etc. So we have like 6 roles. So, and then also we spend either 5 minutes to read through all of the evaluation feedback form, the feedback form that we receive from our guests. And then we spend another last 5 minutes to sign up for the new role of the next meeting. So that would be how I envision it. But the thing is, today we have only 6 people on the line. So I'm not sure how would that really work, because with 6 people, we can try that, but then we don't have a lot of people to give feedback on different roles, I guess. We can start with what we do good and what we need to improve in the next meeting. So just general meeting feedback.
Thank you, Quỳnh. You're actually leading, our feedback session right now. So that's great.
So actually for today, I was just joining in late. I would not be able to concentrate on the meeting because I have other commitments, and I was, to be honest, I was a bit busy as well. So maybe if anybody can provide some feedback. But I think the biggest thing that I noticed today is that we don't have a lot of people compared to the few previous meetings. And of course, like if we look at anybody left in to discuss after the meeting, I think today is probably don't have a lot of people compared to the previous meeting as well. So that is the biggest piece that I noticed.
Yes, great observation. So I think until the end of the first session, we were having 25 people, and then we